Breaking from the Live Center, the U.S. military standing down on attacks against Iran in an abrupt change of mind by the president.
Right now, this sex offender now facing new molestation charges in Southwest Florida after hanging around a local pool full of children.
A Wink News crew makes a deadly discovery in a restaurant bathroom.
My son probably grabbing the gun, thinking it's a toy gun.
How the owner of that gun, left for anyone to take, can get the weapon back.
Making ends meet with summertime childcare. Why going into debt is the only way for so many of you.
And new at 5, airport stress or a criminal act? What made this man attack a TSA agent?
Breaking at 5. A man's behind bars, a woman is dead, and police tape and crime scene investigators are surrounding a Cape Coral apartment.
Plus, a mother has a life or death swimming safety warning after her daughter was found at the bottom of the pool.
It was definitely the worst. I'll never forget that phone call.
If your children use floaties in the pool, how they teach them the wrong survival techniques.
Today, how a developing bike trail in Cape Coral can protect your child and give them a safer route to school.
And do you have a home renovation project planned for the summer? New at 5, the 6 upgrades that actually give you the most bang for your news crew found this inside a family-friendly restaurant bathroom in Babcock Ranch. A gun just sitting on the windowsill inside the restroom there. What's even more scary, one of the employees that works at Slater's and removed the weapon says it didn't seem to have a safety on. Now, for Babcock parents, this is really not okay.
My son probably grabbing the gun, thinking it's a toy gun, and knowing kids today play a lot of Fortnite. That could be a danger for them.
At this time, nobody knows how long the weapon was in the bathroom, but once they found it, Slater's staff went into action to remove it. Babcock Ranch's security secured the weapon, and no one really likes having to wait to go through airport security, but this man takes things way too far. Take a look. The guy barrels right through the checkpoint here at the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. He then tackles one TSA agent and punches several others in the face before eventually being taken down. Now, one TSA officer was taken to the hospital from this. 4 others were hurt. The 19-year-old now faces...
Florida police officer, his son, and another man start fighting. It happened inside a Mexican restaurant in the Panhandle. Officials say Officer Timothy Partridge is the one who started it all. That's when his son and another man joined in and hurt a woman in the midst of it all. That officer was then fired.
If you want to do that, don't be a law enforcement officer. I feel very strongly about it.
Originally, the 3 men were charged with misdemeanor battery, but now Partridge may face more serious charges due to the woman's severe injuries.
A security guard has hailed a hero this morning after stopping an armed robbery. Watch this. Well, this happened in a cell phone store in Houston, Texas. Very brave. The guard yelled at the armed robber to get down, and then he grabbed him. After a slight struggle, the crook dropped his gun and just ran off with his accomplice. Both suspects left the gun and a stolen car at the scene. The guard says he didn't shoot his gun because other people were in the store and he didn't want to get Aaron Serbu after a woman said she pulled out of the Taco Bell drive-thru in East Naples, parked to give her children their food, and that's when she noticed a man running at her car, yelling, and then pulled out a knife. She drove across the street to the Speedway. She turned around and noticed that man was still chasing her. Investigators say Serbu was homeless, and those who frequent the plaza where it happened say they've noticed a change in who is spending more time in the area.
When they all get around each other and they're all going through horrible things, it makes it like a little toxic pool over here.
No one was hurt through all of this. When deputies arrested Serbu,
the trooper pulled over this white car for going twice the speed limit. Once the train tracks were clear, the driver makes a dash for his car as his passenger moves to the driver's seat and just takes off, dragging the trooper and the driver. Take a look at that there. Officers arrested the 2. The trooper only had...
It happened in Port Charlotte on Middletown Street. The sheriff's office says it started as a domestic dispute. Helen Bailey lives right across the street. She says she can't believe her neighbor would hurt anyone, especially his wife.
I never thought about him like that because he's a very nice guy. He'll come out here and he helps me bring the trash out because he knows I'm elderly and that I can't do it.
Well, the victim was taken to a hospital in Tampa. She's in stable condition. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says no arrests have been made yet, but there's no threat. Volunteers gathered at the House of Ride Nature near downtown Fort Myers to distribute hundreds of bags of food and necessities. Haircuts were even provided. The event was put together by local churches and charities. Organizers say this time of year is especially tough because they get fewer donations.
Especially in the summer, there's less donations typically amongst food and other items like that with clothes as a lot of snowbirds leave. It's so important to have large distribution, especially of food, where families really are in need, and this is a practical way to meet them.
Well, we've gotten a lot of...
Did you ask me if Black Lives Matter?
Yes, we want to hear you say it.
Of course, Black Lives Matter.
Now fire your car.
The mayor and police chief marched with the crowd to the county city building, promising to make improvements to police policies.
We can work together on everything from body cameras to the rules that decide how force is used.
Yesterday morning, he was back in campaign mode at the Democratic Party convention in South Carolina. He plans to hold a town hall in South